even know why he's comparing these things. It's completely different. Somebody's hobby and passion of skateboarding versus somebody's white-collar job as a video editor. Like, it's not really the same.
Exactly.
You want to do it.
Same as me, yeah.
And so you do. And then I think the problem we're facing as a country is most people...
So why work hard when Ian's there getting high all day? That's the thing. Just, like, fuck him. Just don't work. Just smoke pot. Like, who cares?
Do not.
Wait till you guys see Ian. He comes in later.
They will because they have to, and they hate that they do.
Weak times? Weak men, is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like...
What?
I'm pretty weak. I still do. Weak times.
Are we really trying to pretend these are the strong men of our era?
No, what he's saying is because the country's falling apart, his staff suck.
Every excuse in the world.
It's Biden's fault that we can't figure it out. Like, okay.
I mean, sure. I drive 2 hours a day to work, so I'm we're all ready to go.
Wait, what?
Sure. I drive 2 hours a day to work, so I'm
This guy drives 2 hours a day?
To go beyond the compound and wash Tim's beanies? Is he the personal beanie washer? Like, maybe that's his role. He always makes sure that Mr. Poole has a fresh beanie.
Fired?
He's getting fired.
After, fucking, his most loyal servant. This is like when Ralph fired Gator, you know?
It really is.
we're all ready to go.
Yeah, that's my first right to my job.
Yeah,
I get it.
But it's like,
Yeah, by the way, you hear that? Landau used to fly to work. Did you know this?
Oh my God.
He lived in a different state.
Are you being a victim?
It's
I
wild.
love all these guys that got abused by Crowder's homosexuality. Like, imagine letting Crowder dominate.
For Crowder,
like
yeah.
that. Like, oh my God, dude. Like,
again, not calm.
Yeah, it's over, Sheldon. I'm serious. This is crazy. This is the most bizarre shit. And you and I are sitting here like, how?
Like anybody. I don't want to...
The saddest word of voice and pen, Owen Benjamin was right again.
Yeah.
The fucking Crowder's weird, they're calling him the Diddy of the right. I don't know if that's right, but he is a bit of a freak, let's say.
Insulting anyone directly, but...
I have to use the bathroom. Do you want me to just play it?
Just play it.
I'll be listening to your commentary, but I'm sure, because it takes a while to do it.
Seeing someone stand around do nothing. And then so the challenge is, in order to make this show operate, I have to work, effectively 16 hours a day.
No,
so,
it's
I
not.
haven't had it's fair to say, weekday sunset in 4 years. You know,
What?
just through the window or something, where now that we're in the new studio, there's no windows at all.
He hasn't seen the sunset in
But it's
4
more
years.
about, wow, what if I finished work at a normal time like everybody else?
You're your own boss!
Hopped in the car and went down to the river and looked at frogs.
Yeah, it's the things you miss out on. Really. So I can experience
But
that.
I'm willing to
living in where the
work my
boss
fingers to
does
the
all
bone
the
to make
work.
something
To
happen.
the bone!
But not if we
To
get to
the
the point
bone.
where it requires more people, and we can't get to that point, and it just doesn't happen. So then the reassessment is, okay, so the ancillary investment projects clearly are over.
Yeah.
And that's just unfortunate. But
There's
the
no more money.
issue then for these other shows and these other projects is they only exist off of the work that I do. If I show up in the morning and I do my morning show, I get to give a portion of the work that I do to them. So
I heard you screaming. What is up?
I mean, Tim Poole was sitting here crying about how he hasn't seen a weekday sunset in 4 years. I mean,
Imagine.
what was you, buddy?
This sounds like a you problem.
He had to see it through the window. Like, when I worked at the fucking call center, I didn't see a fucking weekday sunset.
Right?
You're your own boss. Take a
I
break.
would get there, the sun
Go
would
smoke a
fucking go
cigarette.
down before I would get off at 9:30, 10. What the fuck are you talking about?
Take a vacation, maybe, bud? Here's the thing is, if this was an employee, if this was like an employee, it would be different. My boss was abusive. He did better. You are the boss. I wasn't allowed to see the sun. Why?
If it's that important to you.
Hey,
By the way, Like, who actually out there, I mean, I'm sure this is a nice thing and a wholesome thing, but who actually, like, makes sure they see the sunset every day?
I make sure I don't.
Do any of you do that?
No one does.
Go out, like, to a hill and see the sunset?
I take a look from wherever I am.
I find the sun sets, I go inside.
Of course, our chat just says yes. They all, you're all contrarian, and you sit here watching this show like 6 hours a day. So let's stop coping. Like, okay.
And, I know they're trying as hard as they can.
Someone just said, fuck the sun.
Fuck you, son, bitch!
And some more successful than others.
Whoa.
But it just becomes too burdensome to the point where unless they get off the ground and are able to maintain a net, can't do it anymore.
Right.
So that isn't necessarily the bearing on this show.
This gets really wild, guys.
He's so horrible to listen to, though.
He is. It's
Actually
really
starting to melt my mind in a way.
This
The bearing
gets
on
wild,
this
though.
show is there's a degree of staff required to run a show like this, and
A show like this, you read the fucking news and go, oh, you see what Trump did today? Who gives a fuck?
We have an editor. That's our staff.
Yeah.
Like,
We
everything
edit
that's
all
on this
the
show,
content for the show.
We put together all the clips for the show. We do that ourselves. We still manage to do it. Now, it's not every day, and it's not on this strict schedule like Tim. But, it would be possible for him to do the entire thing himself.
But Ash, if we had 30 employees, we would have content. We could just do 24 hours. The thing is, like, he could do it technically, but it sounds, I don't know.
you can't
lose power and then lose your show.
What was that?
Like, you can't lose power and then lose your show.
What do you mean lose power?
Isn't that what happened at the other place?
No, the graphics card
No,
fried.
Tim was taking that a different way. Tim was taking that as what do you mean by that, bitch? That I'm going to step down from power? I don't think so, Landau. What are you trying to big league me?
Yo, but isn't that funny? He's like, look at Dave's face. He goes, what happened to the other studio? The graphics card fried.
So we can't go to fucking, Canada Computers to get the fucking new graphics? It's just not possible, huh? We just can't, we can't get another graphics card.
Why not have a backup? Eddie.
Yes!
Have a backup of fucking 4090 ready in the fucking shelf. Fried. You have the money. We make $20 million a year, but you can't buy an extra graphics card?
Oh, okay. But, I mean, we knew the computer was bad. We had repeatedly said we needed to get fixed, and it just never happened.
You knew it was a bad computer, and you knew it needed to be fixed, but it was never fixed.
What?
So you're telling me you and Allison, 16 hours, there's no time whatsoever to get the computer fixed, but also the 30 staffers, none of them had time or initiative or desire.
They had one computer?
One computer?
Why not go to a computer shop and go, I'll take the best everything. Like, make me, I'll pay 15 grand. And, why even use an old hunk of junk? Why use that?
He's covering up for something else. Right? There's got to be more to this, which we did find out the next day there was more to it with the pregnancy and all that. But then I still think there's more to it than that. I still think that's a cope. Because he had been trying to get her pregnant for a long, long time anyway. So I don't even think it's oh my God, it was this accidental pregnancy and then I spiraled. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like, hold on, man. Am I going to work 16 hours every single day to the bone and figuratively say, on weekday sunsets?
You're not fucking working your fingers to the bone. And it's insulting to fucking tell people that you are.
Yeah.
There are motherfuckers out there on construction sites. Motherfuckers working brutal fucking hours, man. What the fuck are you talking about? You're a podcast. An insane job in the world.
Yeah, so he fired everyone.
Yeah.
He fired everyone, yeah.
That makes
So that
sense.
someone else can be like, I ain't gonna fix it.
Well, if you want to die of a heart attack very young, it's a good way to do.
No, I'd be bored if I wasn't doing something. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I'm willing to do this, but this requires other people who are willing to do it too. And there are a lot of people here who are willing to do a lot more and go above and beyond. Like Raymond's sitting right here.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I was like, yeah, you should sit in this one.
Raymond did not make the cut.
Raymond,
was
you are
fired
the
the next
weakest
day.
link. Hi.
And there are a lot of people that are like, when can I put the knife in Tim's back?
07.
Don't you find that's any level of fame, though? And any
Yes.
level of
What?
notoriety at this
Can't
point?
run a company with those people in your company, though.
Whoa, you see this? Watch it. Look at it. Look at the screen.
Any
Yes.
level of notoriety at this
Can't
point?
run a company with those people
The fucking quick cut.
in
Like,
your company, though.
No, you can't. And I mean, if you know who they are, what do you
that
do?
guy is fired. Whoever did that is fired
Yeah.
now.
Oh, you fire him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
Whoa, Dave's like, so
Yeah.
what do you do? Fire
Are
them?
they all getting fired, or this is crazy?
This is wild.
And,
It
we've had people come through and try to burn us to the ground afterwards, and it's just like
yeah,
that's reality.
What? You tried to burn it to the ground. Are you talking about Kreidler?
I guess. How long
Who's
was
he?
Kreigler on the show?
I don't know, but who's like burning it down?
Do we get Kreigler on to expose
I don't
Tim
know
Pool?
of anybody who's like a big time A-log of Tim Pool trying to ruin his life.
You know?